So tell us about your experience with the Giving Machines.
It makes me smile to be thinking about the Giving Machines. It's such a unique concept and such a lovely way to have people be connected to, it's different than sitting at home and writing a check to support something. The fact that people actually came and made an effort to be here to do that and brought their families, that whole part of the experience is, I think, more meaningful than a lot of ways that people customarily give over the holidays. Our experience was, on behalf of George Mark, was so moving to be selected as one of only 3 that were being supported locally. That really, and I'm sure your church did a lot of research about what it was you wanted to support locally. So for us to be part of that really meant a lot.
So if we were wondering whether we should do Giving Machines again, what would you say?
I would say, without any real sense of history, I know that you've done them before, but just the money that was raised this year in the 10 places where they were, over $5 million, I would say they're very effective.
And what sort of opportunities is it affording George Mark that it wouldn't have otherwise?
Well, there were 5 things, actually, that were part of the vending machine selection process. One was our horticultural therapy, which is a new program for us because the kids love the garden and being outside so much. So we have a horticulturalist who comes and, they can do a learning experience with this person or plant something, and she'll be back to help them see how that's growing. And, our newest part of our garden is called Hummingbird Hill because it attracts so many hummingbirds. And that's part of the education, what we've done for that. You also were supporting our animal therapy program, and we have the Oakland Zoo comes every 2 weeks with different animals, which just is thrilling to the kids. And we have another organization that comes with miniature horses and brings them inside the house and can visit the rooms. So you're helping us support that organization to be able to bring their miniature horses to us. Another one of the things that was on there were meals for our families. And we don't ever send a bill to our families. So all of the care that we provide is supported by George Mark and the money that we raise. Or if a family has insurance, we're grateful for that, but most of our families don't. So that makes a big difference, your contribution.
And if you had to, everyone, you go any place now, they want a rating of some sort. What kind of rating are you giving the Giving Machines?
Well, just from our experience on a 5-star thing, I give them 5 stars.
Were you surprised by the outcome?
I was. I guess I didn't have any sense of the scope of, I knew locally that it was lovely, and that we had several people from George Mark who were here over the holidays to participate in things. And they always came back and said, this is so much fun, seeing how this works. But I had no idea that, you had raised over $200,000, I think, right here.
Yeah, actually 360.
Something.
Yeah, 365. I see you brought something with you today. Could you tell us about it?
Actually, I didn't bring this with me. It was presented to me right here, made by some of the families here at the church. And it will go back to George Mark and be put in a very prominent place in our front hall, which will prompt people to ask about it, which will be fun. We could tell them about the Giving Machines.
Yeah, that's great, child to child. If you had one message for the donors, what would you say?
It would certainly be a heartfelt message of gratitude for their caring about the work that we do and and knowing what a difference they're getting to make in the community for the 3 charities that were selected to be supported, all of whom are doing very meaningful work. So for me, this is an opportunity to just say thank you.
And what is your message to your clients?
About this program.
Or in general, I mean, you know, we're giving you a microphone to speak.
Okay. I would say that we're part of what felt so special about this program is that is yet another way for us to tell the community that we're there and providing really meaningful services to families who have children with life-limiting illnesses, chronic conditions that make their lives, the lives of families, really challenging, or families who sadly need our end-of-life services. We're there and proud to be able to do what we do.
Any other messages for the public in general?
I would invite people, as I did during the program, to contact us if they'd like to come out and actually see our facility, particularly people in the medical community who may not have had an opportunity over these last 2 years when we weren't able to have people inside the house other than our patients. Invite them to contact us and come for a tour, and so they'll know what it is we do to be able to make a referral.
And then just tell us, you know, just so we know, the inspiration for the George Mark Children's House.
Well, I would say the inspiration was twofold. It's the work that I do. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I had worked at our local children's hospital here in Oakland with families whose children had cancer. And for most of those families, it was a challenging process on the way to their child becoming healthy again. But, you know, for 10% of them, that wasn't the outcome. And it was just so clear to me that a hospital room was a cold, sterile place for a family to have to be saying goodbye to their child forever. And I wanted there to be something that felt warmer, friendlier, smaller. And the fact that I had lost 2 brothers growing up, they were young. My younger brother, Mark, was 16, and my oldest brother, George, was 30. So neither of them had the luxury of a long life, nor were they able to do the things they might have. So to be able to found George Mark Children's House and create a legacy for them, and at the same time create a much needed service for the community, has really been lovely for me.
How old were you when your brothers departed?
I was 18, 2 years older than Mark, when he and his best friend were killed in an automobile accident. And then 7 years later, I was 25 when George died. So by the time I was 25, I'd lost 2 siblings, which was a very life-altering. And certainly at the time, I didn't know that that would form my life's work. Looking back, it doesn't surprise me that I do the work that I do, that I work with families whose children are so ill. But, you know, now it's very clear that that was just all part of the plan.
Yeah, you've walked in their shoes.
Yeah.
Or they're walking in yours.
Whatever.
Anyway, well, I'm sorry for your losses. Anything else?
That was great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Time.